So how do you know what scales to use when you're playing in the style of rock, melodic rock, blues-based rock, blues, pop music, country music? And this simple little video is going to explain that to you so you always know what to do. I'm going to assume that your reference point is the pentatonic scale. So let's start there and then let's add scales to that. So what you basically do, you have a song in the background, right? Some kind of track, and I'm just gonna play something, right? Right? And you're trying to figure out, hey, what key are we in here, right? So you go, no. You just take your first position, minor pentatonic, and then you start. Oh, cool. So we're in the 5th fret, so we're either in the key of C major or A minor. And I can figure that out simply by saying, okay, if I do my blues licks here, do they sound good? Not really. So I think we're in major. So if I focus on the C note, C, right? 5th fret G string. That's also the C on the low E string. That's the major equivalent of the minor, which is here. No. Yeah, right? So we're in C major. Cool. But I'm still using my first position minor pentatonic, right? So that's the first step. Now you know what key you're in. You know it's a major, and you know that it's C. Cool. So the next step is then, okay, so I can just play around. But what if I want to use other scales than that? Then what scales do I use? Well, the C major scale, right? But you have to use the pentatonic scale as a safe zone, because most often we learn that pentatonic scale and we learn to use our ear to kind of play something that sounds majorish, right? Or when we're in minor, we learn to play something. We learn to play something that is bluesy / minor. Same thing actually, but. So what we need to do to move on from there is add another scale, still using the pentatonic scale, but we add 2 notes to the scale. And in the case of this here, where we have a chord progression in the background with triad chords, which I call pop, melodic rock, basically the diatonic realm. We have 2 realms that you can use the same scales for, but listen up. So I'm going to add the C major scale, which is the same as adding the A natural minor scale. So let's just go close up just for a second here. So I'm just going to play the A minor scale, which is the same as the C major scale, over the A minor pentatonic, which is the same as the C major pentatonic. So here's the first position minor pentatonic. I'm going to assume that you know that. And then we have the natural minor scale on top of that, which is also the C major scale. So I'm going. Right, fits right in there. So 5, 7, 8. 5, 7, 8. Same on the D string as the pentatonic. Then 4, 5, 7 on the G. 5, 6, 8 on the B. And 5, 7, 8 on the high E. And if you notice, all the notes that I'm adding here is to the pentatonic scale is in the 7th fret E string, the 6th fret B string, and the 4th fret G string. All right, and then I don't do anything to this note here, or this string, the D string, but here I'm adding the 8th fret on the A string and the 7th fret on the low E string. So it's the same up here as there and then there, right? So now I can play my blues stuff and I can borrow the notes here from that. So I can go. See, pentatonic note. Pentatonic note, diatonic note. Pentatonic. That note. But what I'm doing, I'm not Stop it. I'm not really resting on any of these extra notes from there's a reason why the pentatonic scale works so well, right? And we're just adding these extra notes. If we just play around with the natural minor / major scale, then it's going to sound a little bit weird. So that's the one realm. That is, and you can hear that because there's another realm, and that is the blues realm, the blues-based realm. So if I say blues, you know what I mean, right? It's like a, right? And then we got another chord coming around, right? Kind of blues. B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan. And then we got the blues-based rock, which is AC/DC, right? Right? That's the blues scale. And we built riffs on that. That's the blues-based rock. And over that and the blues, and that whole realm, we can use the pentatonic scale, of course, the minor pentatonic, and with the blue note, right, added to that. So that's the 6th fret on the A string and the 8th fret on the G string to my minor pentatonic. And we don't want to play the blue note when we're playing in major like we just did. No, right? I should say that what we just did in C major is the same exact thing we do in A minor. Same scale combination. We just emphasize different notes as we talked about in the early beginning of this video, right? But then the next step is to add the Dorian minor, which is the same thing as adding the G major scale to the A minor pentatonic. So down a whole step, major scale added to the A minor pentatonic. And that adds 2 notes in the 7th fret on the 2 top strings, the B and E string, right? And 2 notes on the 2 middle strings in the 4th fret, right? And then it adds a note in the 7th fret on the low E string. So that gives me, let's just go close up again. So 7th fret, 8, 5, same thing as the pentatonic scale, and then 4, 5, 7 on the D, 4, 5, 7 on the G, 5, 7, 8 on the B, and 5, 7, 8 on the high E. Right? So the only difference between that and the natural minor major scale, right, is this note here. Right, on the B string. In the natural minor we had it in the 6th fret. In the Dorian minor we have it in the 7th fret. Down here we had a note there in the natural minor, but that moves up as well to the 4th fret on the D string. Right, we would just play it here. Same note, by the way, right? Right? So that's the only difference. So when you are playing over a track and we hear that track in the background, so you want to find the key, we just found the key, right? Okay, so now I want to investigate, can I use the Dorian minor or the natural minor, right, over this scale type here? Oh, no. Sounds insane, right? But if I use the natural minor note, right? So you simply use your ear for that. You find the key, then it is a major minor, whatever. You know, if it's minor, this is a major track. So right. So let's do a minor track, and then we're done. Because so if I go. This might as well be a AC/DC riff, blues-based, right? It might be a minor. So if this is minor, so I'm finding the key. Okay, it's A minor, cool, right? I use my ear to do that. Secondly, can I use the Dorian or the natural minor? It's the natural minor. Because if I play that one, it sounds like insanity. This is also tenth, but that's crazy, right? So if for instance, let's just hear how it sounds. If I'm playing over a blues-based track, might as well be blues. Like let's say we go. One, two, three. I don't know. Let's do something else. Let's go just. Let's do that. That's the Dorian note. Just turn that down just a little little bit. That's the Dorian note. Let me try to play natural minor. But this note. Right? So by using you have the first position minor pentatonic, just to recap. First position minor pentatonic, where is the key? Well, just try your way around. Secondly, is it major or minor? You can just try to determine that by playing around with the major, or the pentatonic scale. By focusing on the A, or focusing on the C, which is major, the A is minor, C is in the 5th fret on the G string, the minor is in the 7th fret on the D string, right? So now you know, is it minor or major? Okay, then you try out the different, the Dorian or the natural minor, right? And that goes for major as well. You know, you simply have these options, pentatonic with these two scales on top. You don't have to know what their name is. You don't have to know anything. You try, where can I play the pentatonic? Oh, there it is. Well, let me play these two scales. Well, there, you got it. That's it, right? Key, pentatonic scale, and then add these two shapes to it. Try them out. Which one sounds the best? And you don't have to know any theory or any key or anything. And then you're set, right? So that's it. That's how to navigate in these styles of music: country, pop, melodic rock, blues rock, whatever. Don't forget to subscribe. Go download the free course and let me know what you think about this lesson here, or if you have something to add to it in the comments below. See you.